take a moment to recognize the exceptional service of our outgoing board members and warmly welcome our new board members to the SD308 team. President Latanya Simelton, Vice President Eugene Gatewood, Secretary Jared Ploger, and Member Jennifer Johnson. Each of you, yes. I think we should stand.
Oh my God.
In a few minutes, I'll share just a few excerpts of why I think standing reflection is appropriate. Your time and dedication and leadership in this community are truly felt and recognized by the entire community. You brought thoughtful perspectives, a steadfast commitment to our students, always representing our students, staff, and families, and community members. This board, if you didn't know, you will know in a few minutes, led a transformative process, setting a clear equity policy over the last 2 years, and most recently, shaping the future of our district through the approval of our new strategic plan. This board's insights and guidance during this process had a significant impact and really will impact the future of our district for years to come. Notable among these are really the development of new partnerships with our neighboring districts, Oswego, Aurora, Plainfield, and the village of Montgomery. These were watershed moments, never done before. Many times I heard, why didn't we ever sit down? And this board made it a priority to build new partnerships. We also, this board, made a huge impact on bringing students onto the board and became a trailblazing board in the state. And not many places, in fact, at the conference I went to, it was said a number of times, wow, we've never thought of this. And so even our own village of Oswego now has student board members, trustees. This board's commitment and U4's commitment to ensuring that we invested in people. We made sure that we signed contracts that were fair and reflective of the sacrifice and the commitment of our staff. At no point did you waver from that in your dedication to ensuring that before every student were staff who felt appreciated, both in terms of the human resources and the financial remuneration of all, because dollars count, but also made sure that they felt it in their hearts in terms of expectations around processes and processes. Just a few more that I'm going to quickly rattle off. This board focused on adopting a new K-8 curriculum, improved financial and fiscal management in this district, eliminating the equivalent of a payday loan for the first time in 2 years, 2 years in a row. After 20 years. After 20 years of doing it. After 20 years of borrowing money so we could pay our staff, we stopped that. This board ensured, again, 2 really powerful agreements with our unions, launched the long-range facility planning process, and lastly, afforded me the opportunity to join this district. And I am truly honored for the trust on myself and the team. The senior leadership team truly feels appreciative and grateful for the trust you have afforded us. In your service, I'm reminded of the words of Elizabeth Andrews, who said, volunteers do not necessarily have the time, they just have the heart. And your heart was always first. And you always put what was important for children first. As we bid farewell, formally in this context, you may be at public comment in a couple of weeks, no, just kidding. You're always welcome. as we bid farewell and think about you and the impact you've had, we also want to welcome those who've been appointed and elected. And we know that they will stand on the shoulders of the efforts you put forward. And we are just thrilled. We are thrilled by the opportunity and your guidance, and we know it's not the end today. To our new board members, we are honored to continue our service. For those of you joining the board this evening, and we are appreciative to your families. We know it takes a village, and in this case, it really takes a family. And so we want to thank you for your service in advance, and we want to thank you for the hard work it took even to arrive here. And we recognize the sacrifices you made to really put children first and to put yourselves aside in this journey. And so we want to thank you in advance and for what you've already accomplished. So, and with that, I will now turn it over to our board president for board comments.
Okay, moving on to agenda item 3.1, board member comments. Madam President will be first.
So it's my last official.
Mike's not on.
Oh.
Nope.
Hello, hello. All right. So as my last official act as the president of the board, I wanted to write a love letter to educators. And as I started to think about why, I thought about how much I appreciate what they mean to our community and to our students. I thought about how much I value, how much value I place in our educators, and the respect that I have for them when it comes to their dedication to their craft. So as I started to process that, I recognized that one face always came to my mind. And that face has a name. And her name is Mrs. Willie Etta Bonner Wright. Would you come and join me? Come join me. All right. You all, this is my fourth grade teacher.
Hey!
So I don't want to cry, but I need to hold your hand. I mean, it's a beautiful thing that I can speak these words, right?
Yes.
That they say, give them their flowers while they can still smell them. Miss Bonner, can I call you Miss Bonner? Because that's what I know you as. I know you're married, have a beautiful family. I wanted to honor you today because you gave your very best to every one of the students who you touched. And to me, you are always in the forefront of my mind when I think about educators and I think about teachers. I remember the fourth grade, the first day of fourth grade, like it was yesterday. I remember when you came out to get our class, I thought, you look familiar. You look like my dad's sisters. You look like my older cousins. And I knew I was going to be in good hands. Because when I came to the fourth grade, I was having a crisis of confidence. And what was happening to me, now that I process it, is that I was growing body parts that other girls didn't have. And I just wanted it to stop. And the boys who picked at me and made fun of me because of it, it challenged me. It challenged me because I just wanted to be small. I didn't want to come up to the chalkboard. I didn't want to answer questions. I didn't want to raise my hand. And my mom kept saying, what happened to that smart girl that I had in the 3rd grade? Remember when Miss Gramley came to you and said, this one right here is having trouble with long division. And Mom, remember all the times that we sat at the dining room table with all the crying because I just couldn't get it because my headspace was different. But you know what I realized? That your classroom was my safe space. Oh my God. You, because of who you are, I felt safe with you. I felt a comfort with you. And even though you probably didn't even know what I was going through, you were there. And it was just your presence. Your presence kept me. And so I want to thank you for it. And I want to speak for every student who has never had an opportunity to say to their teacher, to their educator, what they mean to them. So you stand in proxy for every teacher that never heard it. And I stand in proxy for every student who never got a chance to say it. So I want to honor you, and I want to give you your flowers. And while we're doing that, Teresa, could you just share some words about who Miss Bonner is?
Mrs. Willie Bonner Wright taught for 35 years at Nancy Hill School in Aurora, Illinois before retirement. During her teaching career, she endeavored to inspire her students to enjoy reading and writing. She describes herself as a lifelong learner and teacher, conducting adult learner workshops and earning an additional postgraduate degree. She fulfilled a dream of becoming an author. After retirement, she published 7 books, 3 of which were written for children. She and her husband, Elder Augustus Wright, are part of a blended family that includes grandchildren and great-grandchildren. Thanks for being here.
Can I have her family, any of her family members who want to come, please come. Her family members, come take a picture. That's all right.
That's right. That was, yeah, that was good. All right, one more. I'm gonna be the proxy for the district. We got.
So thank you, board, for indulging me in that point of privilege. I appreciate it.
Awesome. So we will continue with 3.1 board member comments, and I will go first. Tonight, we celebrate and honor some very special members of our team, and that's our student board members. Hope and Callie. Serving on the Board of Education of the 7th largest school district in Illinois is no small task. It demands wisdom, courage, thoughtfulness, and a heart for leadership. And both of you have brought all of that to this board and more. Your presence on this board has been invaluable. You have provided an authentic student voice, a perspective that no report, no survey, or a secondhand account could replicate. You helped ensure that our policies, our initiatives, our decisions stayed connected to the very people that we impact most, the students. Your insights have helped us see beyond the numbers and the data to keep us focused on real experiences, real needs, and the real opportunities for growth. Your participation has also modeled something very powerful for your peers. You have shown that young people are not the future leaders. You're today's leaders.
Hey.
You're today's leaders. You have proven that leadership is not just about titles and age, it's about commitment, it's about responsibility and heart. As you move forward, this experience will serve you incredibly well. You have learned how to lead with empathy, how to collaborate across different perspectives, how to analyze complex challenges, and how to advocate effectively for others. All skills that will set you apart in college, in your careers, and in your community. You have already operated at a very high level of governance and strategic decision-making, something that many adults don't experience until much later in life. Most importantly, you now know firsthand what it means to be a servant leader, someone who uses their voices not for personal gain, but to make life better for others. That lesson will make you not just successful, but significant wherever life may take you. So on behalf of our entire board, the administration, your peers, the families across this district, thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your courage. Thank you for using your voice for good. We are so proud of you. We believe in you, and we cannot wait to see how you will continue to lead and inspire in years to come. Congratulations, and may your journey be as impactful as you have already proven you are.
Oh, sure. What are we doing? Nice little surprises. Oh, your favorite, Jen. Don't cry, you guys. Don't mess up your makeup.
Patience.
All right, we're still in 3.1, board member comments. Any other board member comments?
I have somebody. Oh. I first want to say thank you for indulging me. This is long. I apologize, but have some things I'd like to share. Sitting here tonight, I am filled with a lot of emotions, gratitude, pride, a hint of sadness, and above all, deep appreciation. This moment feels surreal. My last board meeting after 4 of the most challenging, rewarding, and transformative years of my life. I would be remiss to leave this podium without speaking to the belief that drives me in all that I do, and that is about diversity and belonging. I am sickened by how swiftly I have seen this country swing from progress to appeasement and from courage to the comfort of the loudest voices in the smallest corners. In education, inclusion is not a trend, it is not a checkbox or a courtesy. It is a catalyst for greatness and a force that fuels innovation, deepens sympathy, and unlocks the full brilliance of every student that we serve. To retreat from that truth is not neutrality, it's surrender. I will never surrender when it comes to our students. When we reflect the full spectrum of the human experience in our schools, we ignite creativity, we challenge assumptions, and unlock the full potential of each of our students. In my opinion, this isn't optional. It's critical to our very mission. Every student deserves to see themselves in their learning and to see beyond themselves too. Inclusion builds empathy. Belonging fuels confidence. And when students feel seen, they rise, period. A truly great education doesn't teach facts. It builds bridges. It prepares students not to just succeed in the world, but to transform it. As educators, leaders, and change makers, we must intentionally and actively cultivate environments where differences are celebrated and students know that they belong. The path to student excellence is and always will be, no matter what anyone says, will be paved with inclusion. A few thank yous. Dr. Kelgati. Thank you for choosing Oswego. Yes. Not just as a place to lead, but as a community to believe in. Your leadership has been steadfast, compassionate, and deeply human. You remind us time and time again that students are not statistics, and our staff are not employees. They are a heart of this work. It's been a privilege to serve beside you through the hard calls, the quiet victories, and the sacred responsibility of shaping something better for those kids that walk our halls each day. To my fellow board members, what a journey we've traveled together. I need to get it together. Okay. We faced a global pandemic, divisive debates, and moments that tested not just our resolve, but our very sense of hope. And we've all quietly suffered great losses underneath all of it. I personally cared for my mother as she bravely battled leukemia and melanoma, ultimately losing her battle on the first day of school this year. With all of that going on, there were still nights that we were crushed by the weight of decisions we had to make. I was threatened, and at times I was scared. And yes, there were times I tried to walk away, tried to run away, but I didn't give up. We didn't give up. We stood together firm because we believed fiercely and stubbornly in a better tomorrow. We've debated, we've strategized, we've made difficult decisions, sometimes under immense pressure, but always with one thing at heart, doing what's right for those we serve. I will forever respect the passion each of you brought to the table, even when the road was hard and even though we didn't always agree. But leadership is never carried alone. To each teacher, para, bus driver, custodian, food service worker, secretary, counselor, nurse, sign language interpreter, teaching assistant, assistant principal, administrator, every single person that pours into this district with heart and purpose, thank you. You are the heartbeat of our schools. You are the reason sidewalks are clear, classrooms feel safe, hallways feel alive, students are nurtured, and they feel seen. And this work is not easy. It asks for early morning, late nights, and sometimes more faith than answers. It asks for compassion in the face of challenge and courage when the path is unclear. And you still show up every single moment, every single day. To the families and community members of Oswego, Plainfield, Aurora, and Montgomery, thank you for your trust, for your voices loud and quiet, for the questions that pushed us further, and the ideas that sparked possibility. Ursula, you've been more than a colleague. You've been a mentor, a role model, and a source of constant reassurance during both the high points and the difficult times. And I'm very specifically not looking at you. Your over 25 years of selfless dedication to public education are nothing short of extraordinary. District 308 has been profoundly fortunate to have someone of your integrity, wisdom, and character steering the ship behind the scenes. You have touched countless lives through your work, and you have been my rock. In one of the most difficult seasons of my life, you showed up not just as a colleague, but as a friend, delivering meals to my family, adjusting your schedule to meet mine, and checking in, not out. Congratulations on your retirement. To our new board members, as I hand off the microphone and my well-worn seat at the table, I do so with a big smile. Serving on the school board has been one of the most meaningful and occasionally bewildering adventures of my life. As a lifelong learner and a relentless reflector, I sat down to try and summarize what I've learned. But let's be honest, you can't be on a board for 4 years and create that list. But here are 5 truths that rose to the top. I hope they come in handy. They're not in any order except for maybe in the way that life delivers its lessons. Unexpectedly, unapologetically, but always right on time. Number 5, be the same person in every room, whether you're speaking at the mic, sitting around a community member's kitchen table, stopped in the grocery store, which you will be, or standing alone with your thoughts. Integrity means showing up as one as your whole self. Masks are heavy, but the truth is light. Number 4, there's no such thing as neutral when justice is on the line. Silence may feel safe, but it always sides with the status quo. And too often, the status quo is hurting someone. Take a stand, let your voice tremble if it must, but let it be heard. Number 3, when something is right for our students and our staff, it clicks, it aligns, it lifts, and it brings clarity. And when it's wrong, you'll know, because confusion whispers and chaos shouts. Number 2, authenticity doesn't make you popular, but it does make you whole. Not everyone will clap, not everyone will understand, and that's okay. Because at the end of the night, you go to sleep knowing you didn't fit to fold. You didn't fold to fit. You showed up real, and that matters more. And finally, bullies don't age out. They just get louder microphones. But here's the secret. Their power depends on your silence. But when you speak truth to that power and when you stand tall, they shrink. You'll laugh, you'll learn, you'll question your sanity if you haven't already, and you'll make a difference. Remember, every policy starts with a purpose. Every meeting is a chance to listen. Every student is a story to still be written, and you now hold the pen. Lead with wisdom, heart, and a strong belief in doing what is right. May your decisions be sound, your meetings be short, and your M&Ms be plentiful, and you'll do great things. And now, to our students. You are the visionaries, the builders, and relentless hope in motion. Every late night, every hard decision, every ounce of energy has been for you. Hope and Callie, along with your predecessors, Anya, Colton, Isabel, and Luke, watching you rise, break barriers, and lead with courage has been the greatest honor of my life. Your voices, your fire, your unbreakable spirit, especially through these last turbulent years, have redefined what is possible. And so hear me clearly tonight and always. You are already enough. You are already whole. You are already powerful beyond measure, exactly as you are. The world's going to try to tell you otherwise, I promise, but let it try. And we will all be here, louder still, to remind you, you are not waiting to become something greater. You already are. The world needs your light, your voice, your unstoppable force, now more than ever. I am profoundly proud of the work this district has done under the guidance of Dr. Waller to elevate student voice. It's more than a step forward. It's a shift in power. It's a recognition that our students are not just the reason for the work. They're our partners in it. Their voices have reshaped the conversation, and I believe deep in my bones that this commitment will continue to transform this board's work. To my parents who are no longer with me, thank you for planting the seed that education is the most important gift you would ever give me. And to my teachers who shaped me with their wisdom and their patience, To my family and friends here and at home, especially my mentor, Leslie, who's at at graduation with her daughter at Pitt, David and Brad, I would never have made it through the last 4 years without you by my side. Wendy, we have walked through life's darkest valley together this year, losing our parents side by side, and I never wish that pain on anyone. I will forever thank you for lending me strength and making me get up, get dressed, put my lipstick on, and go out there and do it when I had none left, no energy. Do not ever forget you did your job and you did it bravely. And believe it or not, I know you care. To my husband and my sweet son, thank you for standing beside me through it all, for all the days that I came home devastated because we lost a student, for the days the Oswego police were parked outside our house to protect us from threats. You asked for none of that, yet you held space for my grief, my passion, my joy, and my commitment. You gave me 7,943 hours away from you to serve this district. And yes, my HR brain keeps track and never made me feel guilty for a single one. I love you both deeply and always. I step away with a full heart, grateful for every handshake, every challenge, every smile, every angry email, every tough conversation, every vote, and every stumble that allowed me to rise. I've been stretched, humbled, and profoundly changed for the honor of this journey. It's been messy, meaningful, and more than worth it. Thank you.
Who wants to go next?
Try, right? I had the honor yesterday of attending the Guru Vandana in the Eola Community Center. There were school board members from 203, 204, and, well, 308 because I was there. And there were also elected officials from Bolingbrook. There were people there who had connections to Aurora, Oswego, Bolingbrook, Naperville, Plainfield. It was a reminder of how diverse the area is. They taught us a great deal about the multilingualism, multiculturalism that exists in the subcontinent of India. It was very fascinating, and the whole point of it was to honor teachers and educators. And to Miss Adams at Southbury, who gave up a good portion of her Sunday afternoon, and we had two other teachers, and boy, am I mad at myself that I can't remember the other two names, but we had multiple teachers. We also had our STEM director there, and wow, from
Tony Hollow.
thank you. And thank you. And so I did get up, and on behalf of 308, I delivered the message that here in 308, we embrace diversity. Here in 308, we embrace multilingualism. And here in 308, we embrace multiculturalism as well. It was an honor to be there. It was fascinating. And I will tell you, 10 years ago, to think that I would have parents coming up to me saying, hey, we're moving out of 204 into 308. Can you give me some advice on like registering, which, you know, I did my best, but obviously I told them there were people that could tell them better than me. That's a huge shift, to say the least. I was impressed. They were, just so you know, future board members, they were very appreciative to have a board member there from 308. So keep that in mind. But they were there to honor teachers, and one of those teachers was my wife. Yep. She's a total introvert, but she'd have to be to deal with me. But as I leave, I am one of the things that I think gets overlooked, and I don't want to say by a lot of people, because I think there's a lot of people who know. There's so many educators in this community, and it really does make the community very strong. Educators coming from various places, and one of the people that was running the event was actually an educator in my district, and so it was funny. I told them what I do in the district. They didn't know who I was, and then I said my name, and they're like, "Oh, I know exactly who you are," and I was like, "Okay." But this Teacher Appreciation Week, I guess it's ironic that I'm leaving, and there's two that I certainly want to mention. And one is my mother, fifth grade teacher. For those that don't know, I think you mentioned something about blended family earlier. My mom took in children that were not her own, and this was in the late 60s. I have half siblings. My half brother, who passed away a couple of years ago, the last smile on his face was from my mom, not his biological mom, but my mom. And that example was like always something I knew, to care about people that my mom showed them just as much love as she showed her own kids. In fact, she might have liked them better than us, but that's I don't blame her. She's kind of stuck with me now. I've watched my mom have the strength to bury children, and I'm sorry that she had to do that. I can't imagine anything worse than that. But I am very lucky and I'm very fortunate because the other teacher that I honor is my wife. Mi esposa es maestra de español, right? She's a Spanish teacher. And she also welcomed in to our family a son that was not hers. And so my own family is I started off in a traditional household, and then I was in a single parent household after my parents divorced, and now I find myself in a multi-generational, multiracial household. And I got to be honest with you, when your grandson cries because you're leaving, that's pretty darn good feeling. Really cool. Because it's a terrible feeling, but it's also a pretty good feeling, right? It's a terrible feeling, but I got to be honest with you, the fact that he loves you that much. And we were roaming the halls trying to find his dad earlier, who graduated from here, and so I honor my wife because my wife and my mother are constantly teaching me. I don't always listen, and I don't always learn what they're trying to teach me, but trust me, I try. And so I've been very fortunate to have educators. And in my own district, part of my gig over there is to represent educators. And to your point, Miss Johnson, I want to apologize to my wife because of the times where she was trying to get my attention and someone's on the phone with me. And I'm sorry too, because to your point, there were things that people said that were not true. And I'm sorry that you had to hear those things or see them. It's not fair to her. If you knew I don't care. Like me personally, I don't care. I find it humorous, but I'm all kinds of things, and apparently got a fan base outside of the state. But to my wife, I'm sorry. She doesn't deserve that. For those who know her, trust me, she's a way better person than I am, and so I apologize for those pieces. But for anyone who's listening in my own district, and I know we have people here, it's pretty easy for me to stick up for educators. It doesn't mean we're all perfect. It doesn't mean that some of us don't need a little more help than others, and it doesn't mean that we don't still need to continue on a journey. It does. But I also want to honor one last educator, and that is, as I was sitting at the district office, this is a great story. As I was sitting at the district office in my school district, in walks this young, I'll call him a young man, but I'm getting older, so it might be a kid. In walks this young man, and I'm looking at him, it looked familiar, and I was like, I don't want to embarrass myself. And all of a sudden, he says, "Jared Ploger?" And I said, "Who are you? I know you." And long story short, he is the older sibling of one of my youngest son's classmates. And he is a product of our dual language program here at Oswego. And that district was so excited to have a male social worker at the elementary level out of our dual language program. Wow. And I will tell you, there were other districts that were openly trying to get him. And this is the kind of integrity this young man has. He said, I made a commitment. This is where I'm going. And one of the warnings I had for my own district was this: because of the work that's been done in this district and now the state of Illinois when it comes to dual language programs, I warn all districts out there with their own dual language program, you're going to get educators who know exactly how that program should be run. So you better bring your A game, right? Or they're going to take their talents somewhere else. Hopefully not South Beach, but somewhere else, right? And so that was, I honor that educator, and I honor the educators that I taught who are now educators as well on this Appreciation Week. And there is no way I would be able to do this or I'd be here without educators. I remember that every day. It is a very easy job to be compassionate to my students, and I honor them as well. So I'm going to say the gig was hard, but the gig was easy because you knew it was worth it for everybody around you. So thank you.
I'd like to add a few comments. I'm pulling up a text message that I got during the meeting tonight for Teacher Appreciation Day or week. My daughter works at BB Bop, and tomorrow is half off a bowl. She says, "Tell your friends."
Hear that, Monica?
It's done. I wanted to share a few words from my outgoing fellow board members. Some brief words to our two student board members. What a bright future you both have ahead of you. You have enriched our discussions and thoughts during your tenure with us. Best of luck on the next steps of your journey. And remember, you always have a home here in SD308. Jen, Jared, Eugene, and Latanya, your leadership and service has served this community well. Thank you all for welcoming me with open arms when I came onto the board 2 years ago. I'm proud of the work this board has done, and I have appreciated everyone's contributions during the time we've worked together. Jen, I will miss your passionate advocacy for the safety and success of the most vulnerable in our community and your commitment to uplifting the voices of our young people. Thank you. Jared, service to your community is not just what you do, it's who you are, a true public servant in every aspect of the word. I'll miss your history lessons.
You can call anytime.
If you're being honest.
Yeah, for being honest.
Yeah, the job pays me the same.
Exactly. Your history lessons, your wealth of experience, and conversations on all sorts of topics. Eugene, I've admired your steady thought process as a member of the board, always seeking to understand, always willing to support, and always seeing the possibilities of what could be. You have a heart for young people that is unmatched. Latanya, Madam President. Thank you for your leadership. You have been committed to ensuring we were always moving in the right direction and things were moving smoothly. You took up the presidency during a difficult time in schools as we were navigating the pandemic, but you leaned in for the betterment of your community and have continued to do so during your time as board president. That type of sacrifice and commitment is a testament to who you are and how you care for your community. Early in my tenure, you navigated working with 4 new board members and successfully leading a hiring process of our new superintendent, along with all the other duties that came with being president. We are on the right road, in no small part to your leadership. Thank you. You deserve all the flowers. I wrote that before. And a well-deserved rest. Thank you. To all the, go ahead. All 4 of you, I hope our paths will continue to intersect, as I know you will continue to be supporters and advocates for the work and success of SD308. You will be missed. Best wishes to all, and thank you. And then to our incoming board members, just a few words. I've taken the last couple weeks to get to know you a little bit as we embark on this journey together as helping to lead District 308. I believe we will do great things together. I look forward to working with you all as we continue the legacy of the outgoing board. The future of SD308 is indeed bright.
I have nothing written or prepared, nor can I match the eloquence of what everyone has said so far. What I do want to say is Jen, Jared, Latanya, and Eugene, there are small gifts on your desk that are wrapped in District 308 colors. So you'll see the blue, the silver, and the orange. Those gifts are from Amy and Dominic and myself, just as a small token of our appreciation for everything that you have done for us over the past couple years. We have, as everyone has said, we are on a great path, and it's because of your help, your strength, your guidance that we have gotten that way, and we hope to continue that. And again, thank you so much. And to our student ambassadors, again, you two, boy, talk about the future looking bright. I mean, I can't even remember, I can't even remember when I was your age being that,
Right.
being that intelligent, being that involved, and I was a dumb kid. Just doing. But yeah, you, the two of you, did an exemplary job. So, I mean, you should be so proud of yourself and continued success. And again, I won't say on behalf of the three of us because we can each do that.
On behalf of me too. No, Benita, you won't say that. You said right.
Oh, all right. Whatever. Anyway, again, just thank you for everything that you've done. I truly appreciate it. Thanks.
I basically thank you. And yeah, we had a nice discussion a couple of weeks ago, and oh my God, yeah, I mean, there's going to be so much coming from these two. It's just amazing. I had nothing prepared, but yeah, these last 2-3 years, working with you guys, a lot of changes. I'm gonna miss you guys. It's just a whole lot. I don't know. It's gonna take a little bit to get adjusted to to serving without you. That much I know for sure. But I already told you I'm gonna be calling. So,
We are here. We're here for you.
so
You say that now.
yeah. Well, I said I'm gonna be calling you a lot, right? I was telling your husband, so I gotta keep you occupied.
Okay.
Thank you. All right.
Oh,
Go.
yeah, you want to say something first?
Go.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm trying to cry.
Okay.
I want to take a moment to express my heartfelt thank you to each of you. Your dedication to our school and your commitment to creating a supportive, rightful presence environment has had a profound impact on not just me and Hope, but for each and every one of your students. Thank you for being there, for making the time to listen, to advocate, and to lead with compassion. Because of your leadership, I felt empowered to speak my voice, to be openly and honest, and to know that my thoughts matter. Most importantly, thank you for fostering a culture where it's okay to make mistakes, to learn from them, and to grow. That message has helped me step forward with confidence, knowing that perfection isn't the goal, progress is. Woo. Your support has helped shape the environment where students feel seen, heard, and valued. For that, I am deeply grateful. Thank you for believing in us, for investing in us, and for helping us become the best versions of ourselves. Ms. Simulton, Ms. Gatewood, Ms. Johnson, Mr. Floger, I hope this new era brings you nothing but happiness. Ms. Ursula, you are what others call my day one. You opened the doors for me to this new opportunity with your warm smile, and I'm so grateful for every email, every roll call, and everything you do for this community. New board members, you got this. My only advice is to never be afraid. Speak your voice, go the extra mile, and always be you. Dr. Waller and Ms. Pryor, thank you for leading me through this incredible journey and teaching me what a trusted adult is. You listen to me, you understand me, and show me we could be more than colleagues but a friend. During our first SSAC meeting, I was lost in the dark, and you two were my light. So thank you for everything, forever, everyone. Thank you.
Whew. Okay, I got this. All right, here we go. As you stand on the brink of a new chapter, let's take a moment to honor the incredible journey that has brought you here. Your hard work, dedication, and perseverance have been nothing short of inspiring. You've tackled challenges head on, learned and grown with every experience, and consistently pushed the boundaries of what you thought was possible. Remember, all the late nights, the early mornings, and the sacrifices you made along the way. Each obstacle you overcome has shaped you into the remarkable person you are today. For my new board members, please continue to lift voices of the people and the students and lead by character and integrity. I wish I had started this sooner to get more time to enjoy all the valuable insight you have brought. I never knew how much it went into running a district. I never knew the work it took and the consideration of the voices of the people. Thank you for shedding that beautiful light and helping me to understand what administration goes through, what faculty goes through, and most importantly, the students. Thank you, Dr. Waller and Mr. Bell, for all those SSAC meetings. SSAC meetings you led me through. And though you're not here, thank you, Ms. Pryor. You helped me so much with helping me grow my confidence and reassurance that I could lead students. As a first immigrant who immigrated to the U.S. at only 2 years old, with English as a second language, I was torn down by administrators who did not believe in me to speak English. But now I'm here being built by all of you and this amazing administration who told me that I can do that, despite what others thought. Though we're sad to see you go, President Simulton, Mr. Gatewood, Ms. Johnson, Ursula, and Mr. Poger, we're excited to witness the amazing things you'll achieve in the future. May your path be filled with joy and fulfillment and continued growth. If it wasn't for me missing the opportunity to become a student ambassador for all the incoming students, I would not have discovered this amazing opportunity. Thank you, Callie, for helping me stay on my toes and helping me be the best. I consider you like a little sister. As a senior, I would like to remind all students, my students, Oswego East, Oswego High School, and all the schools around, you can make a change. You can make an impact. If your voice is not heard, make it heard. If there's no opportunity, make one. If there's no leadership, be that leader. You don't need to wait to make a change, because change is not change unless something changes. Thank you so much, Mommy. I know you're watching on live. Thank you for believing me and correcting me after every board meeting and giving me advice. Thank you so much.
That was great.
You should have let me go first, Jen. All right. As I sit here for the final time in this seat, I'm filled with immense gratitude for this opportunity to serve, for the trust that was placed in me, and for the divine guidance that has led me to this calling. When I decided to run for the school board, I knew it wasn't just a civic decision. It was a divine assignment. I believed then, and I still believe now, this is what I was called to do for such a time as this. I ran on a platform grounded in 4 guiding principles, not because they were trendy, but because they were needed. As I look back over these past 4 years, I am humbled to say we've made real progress. not perfect, but purposeful. My 4 pillars were number one, a positive culture, creating welcoming and inclusive learning environments and community. When I began, it was clear that while excellence in academics was always the goal, not every student felt like they belonged. So we committed to cultivate spaces that were safe for every student, regardless of race, background, ability, or identity. They needed to feel welcomed, valued, and again, safe. We expanded social emotional learning initiatives. We advocated for DEI and rightful presence training, and we supported district-wide events that celebrated cultural heritage and inclusion. Schools began to reflect not just diversity and demographics, but in dignity. This was the foundation of a truly positive culture. And I believe our community is even more unified today than it was 4 years ago. Number 2 was student voice. It was always asked, what's in the best interest for our students? This simple but profound question became the lens through which I approached every single policy and every single vote. We prioritized mental health support and gave access to wellness resources. We again advocated for the streamlined processes of academic interventions, minimizing the chance that students would fall through the crack. We worked hard to keep students at the center of every single conversation that often revolved only around adults, because our why was and always has been our students. Number 3 was about positive impact. By being better stewards of our time, our talent, and our resources. Accountability matters. Accountability matters. Good stewardship matters. So we didn't just pass budgets, we assessed how every dollar aligned with student outcomes. We conducted program audits, we reduced the inefficiencies, and we invested in our people. Whether it was through negotiating union contracts that honored our teachers and our staff, we started to hire the right staff through professional development of our staff, new technology and curriculums for our classrooms, and a career pathway for all of our students. We created dashboards to improve transparency, and we raised the bar for what good governance looks like. And then number 4 was innovative strategies, strengthening partnerships with our community and our local government. One of the most meaningful shifts during our term was the intentional efforts to strengthen our relationships with other taxing bodies and local government partners. We knew that if we wanted to serve students and families holistically, we needed to collaborate more effectively with city officials, with park districts, libraries, and county leaders. Over the years, we broke down silos, we opened up communication, and we found common ground. Together, we have coordinated shared services, aligned long-term planning efforts, and built intergovernmental trust that hasn't existed before, or at least in a very long time. By working together, we modeled what true community stewardship looks like, thinking beyond boundaries and choosing what's best for the people that we all serve. So in closing, I leave this board today confident that we planted seeds that will continue to grow.
Yes.
Seeds of equity, seeds of excellence, and seeds of innovation. I didn't just sit here in a seat. I wanted to stand in a gap.
Yes. Yes.
And I hope and pray that I've done that. To the families, to staff, and especially to our students of this district, thank you. You are the reason why I served. You are the reason why I fought. You are the reason I leave here fulfilled. Dr. K, you are the right person.
Yes.
You are the right leader. keep going, thank you. And to my fellow board members, it's been an honor to serve beside you. It's been an honor. May you continue to lead with wisdom, compassion, and boldness. To my family, my wife, my son, mom, you stood by me through some tough moments. COVID to now. Thank you. And finally, to the one who ordered my steps from the very beginning, I have to give all glory to God. This journey was never about me. It was always about his purpose. Thank you for allowing me to serve.
Whew, okay. Um, um,
I had a few.
Simon Sinek wrote a book, Start with Why. And the premise of the book was people don't care what you do, they care why you do it. And the reason I ran for school board and the reason I serve these 4 years and the reason I took on the presidency when I didn't want to is because I believe that students are the earth's greatest resource, and to whom much is given, much is required of those entrusted with their care. We are privileged to sit in these seats, and it's imperative that we seek to understand who's not benefiting from the way things are, and to govern to remove the barriers that make it so. We sit in trust for an entire community, and we have the potential to positively or negatively affect learning experiences, opportunities, and outcomes for generations of students. So leading this group of exceptional individuals who set the standard for an entire district has been my honor. Our district is changing. Our community is starting to see that our district in a different light. You can feel it at the grocery store, when you're walking the dog, or at a sporting event. We are starting to build back trust. People are listening. We're changing minds and delivering results. Thanks to your partnership, Dr. Kelgati. Jen, do you remember the exuberance when we knew that he was the one? We were holding hands and jumping up and down like we were on the playground. You've assembled an outstanding team that has performed at an exceptional level. They are respected and supported by this board, and I look forward to experiencing the next chapter in our story. To the current board, we experienced success because our focus was on the growth of students and their well-being, and we empowered the superintendent to manage the district. Our partnership has changed culture, improved student learning, and organizational effectiveness. Our growth around student voice has been personally rewarding for me, as this is the district work that I led before taking the seat on the board. To see student voice taken to the next level has brought me much joy and satisfaction. Hope and Callie, you have made us a better board with your maturity, your brilliant observations, insights, and work on the SSAC.
Continue using your voice to call the board to action. To the new board, stay the course. The last few years have been rediscovering who we are and charting a new path toward our North Star, a learning community that serves as a beacon of rightful presence, wellness, and academic success for every student, staff, and family we touch. And to my family and friends, thank you for your unwavering support. To my parents who always told me with an education I could be anything. When contemplating the decision to run for school board, it meant relinquishing my role with the district. My son Miles' advice was to jump, mommy. And my husband provided the wind beneath my wings so I could soar. I am confident that I have left this district better than I found it. Okay, we're moving on to agenda item 4.1.
How about the business?
All right. If we could ask our new board members if they could take a place in the center and bring your sheets with you. Do you have them?
I have.
Do you have your
Ursula
oath
has.
of office?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Testing, testing. All right. Ready? Okay. I come on, let's read it together. Do solemnly swear that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of the member of the Board of the Education with the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of Illinois, and the laws of the State of Illinois to the best of my ability. I further swear that I shall respect taxpayers' interests by serving as a faithful protector of the school district's assets. I shall encourage and respect the free expression of opinion by my fellow board members and others who seek a hearing before the board while respecting the privacy of students and employees. I shall recognize that a board member has no legal authority as an individual and that decisions can be made only by a majority vote at a public board meeting. I shall abide by my majority decisions of the board while retaining the right to seek changes in such decisions through ethical and constructive channels. As part of the Board of Education, I shall accept the responsibilities for my role in the equitable and quality education of every student in the school district. I shall foster with the board extensive participation of the community, formulate goals, define outcomes, and set the course for District 308. I shall assist in establishing a structure and an environment designed to ensure all students have the opportunity to attain their maximum potential through a sound organizational framework. I shall strive to ensure a continuous assessment of student achievement and all conditions affecting the education of our children in compliance with state law. I shall serve as education's key advocate on behalf of students and our community to advance the vision of District 308. And I shall strive to work together with the district superintendent to lead the school district toward fulfilling the vision the board has created, fostering excellence for every student in the areas of academic skills, knowledge, is there any more? Are we missing something? That's it? Okay.
Hey,
Welcome to the
you're
Board of
welcome.
Education. You guys got to take your seats.
Wait, stop.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Yes. Yes.
This, I will sign out. You'll be touched.
Again, we want to welcome Dr. Heather Martin, Dr. Ravel Pollock, Ms. Brandy Robinson, Mrs. Erica C. as they join Dr. Murillo, Mr. Cerrone, and Mrs. Winmouth to the new 308 Board of Education. Your first order of business is to lead you for you to appoint a board officer. I'm asked that the board make a motion to appoint a president pro tempore I think I said that right, to preside over the election of the Board of Education president. The elected board president will then preside over the election of the Board of Education vice president and secretary.
Okay, I move that Dr. Amy Murillo serve as president pro temp. I'm not going to try to preside over the election of the Board of Education president.
Second.
Ms. Venmuth?
Aye.
Ms. Robinson? Aye. Mr. Cerrone?
Aye.
Ms. C?
Aye.
Dr. Pollock? Aye. Dr. Murillo?
Aye.
Dr. Martin. Aye.
Motion passes 7-0. 7.1, Board of Education reorganization. The Board of Education will elect a board member for the position of Board of Education President. Any member of the board may nominate a board member, including themselves, for the office of Board of Education President. Nominations do not require a second. Nominations are now open for the office of Board of Education President.
I nominate Dominic Cerrone for president.
Dominic Cerrone is nominated. Are there any other nominations for the office of Board of Education President? My script says to repeat this question 2 times. So are there any other nominations for the office of Board of Education President? Are there any other nominations for the Board of Education President? If there are no further nominations, the nominations for the office of Board of Education President are now closed. May I have a motion for Mr. Dominic Cerrone to serve as Board President?
I move that Dominic Cerrone serve as Board President for the Board of Education of Oswego Community Unit School District 308.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Dr. Martin,
Aye, yes.
Ms. Venmuth,
Aye.
Mr. Cerrone,
Aye.
Ms. Robinson,
Aye.
Dr. Pollock. Aye. Ms. C. Aye. Dr. Maria.
Aye.
Congratulations.
Says I got it. No, I can sit right here, right?
No, right here. Yeah.
I got it. Oh, you got it. Okay.
Ooh. I want to touch it.
I think you have to hit the gavel to start the, there we go.
Yeah.
Come on, Mika.
On your phone.
Yeah, that would be something, right? So we're, well, thank you, everybody. I appreciate the confidence. I'm going to move on to 7.2, to elect an officer for the position of Vice President. The Board of Education will elect a board member for the position of Board Vice President. Any member of the board may nominate a board member, including themselves, for the office of Board of Education Vice President. Nominations do not require a second. Nominations are now open for the office of Board of Education Vice President.
I nominate Dr. Heather Martin.
Dr. Heather Martin is nominated. Are there any other nominations for the office of Board of Education Vice President? Dr. Heather Martin is nominated. Are there any other nominations for the office of Board of Education Vice President? It is obvious no further nominations are forthcoming. If there are none, the nominations for the office of Board of Education Vice President are now closed. I make a motion to vote for Board Vice President. I move that Dr. Heather Martin serve as Board Vice President for the Board of Education of Oswego Community Unit School District 308.
Second.
Ms. Robinson,
Aye.
Ms. C. Aye. Mr. Cerrone,
Aye.
Ms. Venmuth,
Aye.
Dr. Maria,
Aye.
Dr. Pollock. Aye. Dr. Martin.
Aye.
Motion passes 7-0. Moving on to 7.3, elect an officer for the position of secretary. The Board of Education will elect an officer for the position of board secretary. Any member of the board may nominate a board member, including themselves, for the office of Board of Education secretary. Nominations do not require a second. Nominations are now open for the office of Board of Education secretary.
I nominate Mary Jo Wemneth.
Mary Jo Wenmuth is nominated. Are there any other nominations for the office of Board of Education secretary? Mary Jo Wenmouth is nominated. Are there any other nominations for the office of Board of Education Secretary? If there are no further nominations, the nominations for the office of Board of Education Secretary are now closed.
I move that Mary Jo Wenmouth serve as Board Secretary for the Board of Education of Oswego Unit School District 308.
Second.
Dr. Maria,
Aye.
Miss Venmus,
Aye.
Dr. Martin,
Aye.
Mr. Cerrone,
Aye.
Miss Robinson,
Aye.
Dr. Pollock,
Aye.
Miss C.
Aye.
Hmm. So, yeah.
Done.
Oh, so next item on the agenda is 7.4. The Board of Education will establish regular board meeting dates, time and place. Option one, I believe was option one was Mondays at 5:30. Oh, okay.
I don't know if there's discussion. If
Option-
not, we can make
Yeah,
a
if
motion.
there's,
Any discussion or questions? Then I'm gonna
Uh-huh.
make a motion that option one, which is the Monday schedule, is approved as the board's regular meeting dates and times as discussed.
Second.
just want to make sure.
I move-
Okay, because this is the first time you're on, you're
Yeah,
at a meeting.
it's
So.
good.
Okay.
Miss C.
Aye.
Dr. Martin,
Aye.
Dr. Maria,
Aye.
Dr. Pollock,
Aye.
Mr. Cerrone,
Aye.
Miss Venmus,
Aye.
Miss Robinson.
Aye.
Motion passes 7-0. And then we move to public comment. Is there any public comment? Okay.
I wanted to, Mr. President, if there was an opportunity for the new board members may want to make a comment to honor their guests who may have joined them this evening, if that was the opportunity.
Please.
I'll start.
Thank you, Mr. President.
So I just want to thank all of my family, specifically my children, Aiden and Addison, my husband, Travis. I don't see him. Oh, he's right back there. Also, my mother and my sisters who traveled from Indiana.
Wow.
Totally shocked me. Really excited to have you. Also to some of my colleagues. They're also here. Dr. Judy Nash, Maria Burgos, Jackie, oh my goodness, Loretta. But I really do appreciate you. And not just that, for everyone who voted for me and the support that you all gave me. It is so nice to see a friendly face or to see all of your friendly faces today. And trust me, I will not let you all down. Thank you so much.
So, okay, sorry, I was so not anticipating to speak. But I do want to say thank you to everyone that voted and supported the campaign. It was definitely a journey, but I'm excited to be a part of the ongoing journey and to be a part of all the great things that we continue to move forward with. So thank you all.
Right before this, my family headed on out because my children have not been able to play video games for hours. They've been here. Homework's done, and then they had to come here. So I do want to thank them for coming. I want to thank everyone for voting for me, everyone throughout the campaign who helped out. I want to thank the other new board members who we've been on a strange, unexpected journey for the last 4 months. And the current sitting members who I cannot wait to learn so much from you all, and you've all put this district on a great path. And then the departing board members who have done amazing work, and I look forward to being able to continue what you have started. Thank you.
I also was not prepared to speak. I'd like to thank my husband, who was the only one who could make it here from my family, because I have kids in high school and they are busy doing things. And I would like to thank everyone who participated in the campaign, whether you voted for me or not. I think it's cool that we can still do democracy. And again, as Heather eloquently put it, thank you guys, and thank you guys, and thank you guys. So thank you.
Oh, I look forward to working with the four of you. It's, I think we're going to do a lot of great things, and we share a lot of goals. So it's exciting.
I'm so sorry. One more.
Sure.
I think I thank my mom. Didn't I? No? Yes. Okay.
She's like, you better thank your mom.
You can thank her twice. You can thank her twice.
Yeah, yeah. So the meeting's adjourned. Yeah. Oh, can I have a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion to adjourn. Second.